Hey everybody, want to wheeze them here. It is Wednesday, September 18th, 2:15 a.m. We are to part 159 of our Skylanders Giants Blind playthrough. Upgrading Series 2 Drill Sergeant. He kicks off our Tech Element upgrade event. This one will have 4 parts. Unless I combine Drillbots, Series 2 and Light Core. It's kind of going to depend on the time, I suppose, there. Issue with Series 2 Drillbot, he kind of falls into that category of Spyro, Hex, a couple others. I've purchased some of his upgrades. Nothing down a path, no wow pow, nothing like that. Just like the base stuff that you should be familiar with. When we back at you, you can see here, he is glowing. That is his soul gem, kind of our key in armor, I think. Let's go ahead and take a look at what all I've got already. There's a wrong button. Okay, good to know. I thought drilling would be his favorite. Anyway, he begins with Drill Rocket. Shoot homing rockets that chase down enemies for massive damage. That might be a little exaggerated. Issue is they shoot slow. You only have 2, and then it takes a while to reload. That's addressed with his upgrades. Secondary attack is Bulldoze Charge. Hold B to dash forward and barrel over enemies. It looks pretty cool as well. First purchase upgrade, which I didn't buy. I don't know why. But Speedy Recovery Drill Rockets reload quicker and do increased damage, so I'll pick that one up. Then he's got Dozer Endurance. The Bulldoze Charge lasts longer. Then you've got Power Charge. Bulldoze Charge does increased damage. And lastly, we have Auto Blaster. This is his tertiary attack. Press Z to activate your Auto Blaster. Get to a point now where you pick a path. You can either basically go primary, addresses rockets. This actually matches his Series 2 pose, which, as you know, I'm a big fan of doing when possible, and this one happens to line up with that. So it's the path I will be taking. A secondary path solely addresses his second attack, and it is what I chose and selected with Series 1 Drill Sergeant from SSA. We'll just go ahead and cover it here. It's Speed Dozer Boost, move faster during a Bulldoze Charge. Then Hailstorm, your Auto Blaster fires much faster and never runs out of power. That's a big issue if you find yourself using that. However, if you take the primary path, you're going to be happy because this is no longer an issue here. The last one, though, is Mega Dozer. Bulldoze Charge does extra damage and can charge through some attacks. That, of course, is like your Blitzer Bully type thing. This was a pretty good path, in my opinion. Only complaint, it doesn't last terribly long. I think Wrecking Ball's Ultimate Spinner even lasts a bit longer. That said, this does make Drill Sergeant a real mover. I mean, he gets from A to B pretty dadgum quick. If you do use, the Auto Blaster a lot, that's another perk. His Soul Gem, and something I think was underappreciated with him, our key in armor. New armor makes you harder to hit. That's your plus 40 variety. I like that it's not tied in with a path. And now, if you were disappointed and thought he needed more offense, wow pow with your Series 2 takes care of that. It is the Future Cannon. Hold Z to fire energy pulses that haven't even been invented yet. You need the Auto Blaster upgrade. That, of course, is our last base upgrade. So where you previously needed to pick up Hailstorm down the secondary path to enjoy the Auto Blaster as best you could, it does run out, it gets weak type situation. I'll showcase that to you when we back out, since I have it already. Hailstorm takes care of that. You can just hold Z down and spam it with my Series 1 down this path. However, which I really don't know of many people that would pick that. It's either going to be his rockets or secondary, but some people might enjoy the tertiary. Now you can take the primary path, get all the rockets, and then still, with the Wow Pow, get the Future Cannon upgrade. So it almost kind of negates this, in all honesty. Because if you do use it a lot, you basically were holding Z down with your Series 1. So you're probably going to do the same and just have the Future Cannon. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at him here. That, of course, that glowing gold, that's his armor. Plus 40, that's a big deal. Note, he doesn't have the 11,520 you need because he's already purchased stuff. A button attack, pretty good range on the rockets. They do home if like we had a, I don't know, a drill archer or something come in, chase us down. That's what that is. I want you to listen now. Let me turn him around and face the camera for you. Okay, watch the time it takes for the drill rockets to actually reload. That doesn't seem too bad on the screen, but when you're battling enemies and you've shot both of them, it's bad. Note though that you'll see him kind of use the beak to kind of come up. I think that does 7 damage, somewhere in that range. That is a nice concession, but it's not quite a rocket. Note though, I'm holding Z. It's not doing a lot of damage. He also makes that really odd sound there. The charge attack, pretty much what you see there. So we're ready to come in here and upgrade now, I do believe. So, first thing first, not going to be fancy, but it'll be a speedy recovery. Drill rockets reload quicker and do increased damage. Again, I don't know why I didn't buy this one. I just didn't. I guess I didn't have a lot of money when I was buying them, and I deemed that the least important. I was mainly trying to get speed in the tertiary for the hard file, so we'll go ahead and pick that up now. Okay, now right here you can pick your path. I'm going to do that to spare us the cutscene. Again, bear in mind this is only because I'd already purchased some of his stuff. But my Series 1, I took him down BattleDozer. We'll check him out here in a second. Further develop your charge and auto blaster attacks. We've covered that one. What we're going to take a closer look at, and what we'll take our Series 2 down, is BattleDozer. Further develop your drill rocket attack. I'm excited about this one, and that first upgrade there, that's actually what matches his repos. Personally, I think it's a pretty aggressive pose, his Series 2, so I'm excited that it'll match up. We're going to go ahead and select that. Basically, it just saves us a cutscene. So I made you watch how long it took him to reload. Significantly quicker. It's still, I mean, it's far from instantaneous, you know, so keep that in mind. But we'll come in here and get to the good stuff. Note you can switch paths with the Series 2. That and the WoW PAL is your big draw. Other issue, if it's like your favorite character, you're really curious about the other path, etc. A view to drill gets us started. It runs 1020. Drill rockets do even more increased damage. Again, numbers would be great, but we don't get him. So pay attention though. You saw what he looked like. Now let's see what he looks like after a view to drill. Okay, that's way more menacing. Wow. Even from like this back angle we started with, like I'm trying to replicate, it looked way more menacing. That side view, that looks really cool. There it is from the front. Let's take a look here. Ooh, I really like that blue. I'm going to go out onto the deck of the ship. I want to see what kind of range we get on these things. Okay. To the edge of the ship. So 1, 2, tertiary whilst charging. Pretty impressive. Hopefully it doesn't change colors to something I don't like. I always hate it when that happens. You know, like you get one upgrade and you get a really cool color or something that pleases you, and then the next one wipes it out. Yeah. Alright, we've got the DX3000 Drill Detonator. Long name, hopefully amazing results. Drill rockets' explosions are bigger and can damage multiple enemies. Cost is $13.20. Sounds fun. Okay, doesn't look too much different, maybe like a little bit. Still got blue, so that's good. We'll try to assess damage after the fact. Final one down this upgrade path is called the MERV Drill Rockets. Drill rockets burst into smaller rockets. This, of course, reminiscent of none other than everyone's favorite Bamboozle, Zook. 1800 is our cost. We'll pick that up. Don't know if Okay, that looked pretty neat. Computer's going to sleep. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that on the deck, I think. Lastly, we have his WoW POW. It's called the Future Cannon. Hold Z to fire energy pulses that haven't been invented yet. Need auto blaster upgrade. Cost is 3,000. He's got a little pocket change left. Wow. That looks actually... I could see some people not liking it. I actually do like it. Let's face the camera and see. Wow. That does look really, really good. Okay, I'm holding Z down. Note you basically get one Future Cannon WoW POW and then it's followed with a standard shot. If you just tap it, it's the same thing. So my advice would be just hold it down. He looks really menacing now. Bear in mind he already had the Soul Gem, which is the glowing gold. That's our key in armor. It's plus 40. He is shaping up. If that does good WoW POW damage, he could potentially be a beast. Particularly maybe even in battle mode. I don't know if anyone knows the car is moving in stereo, but while he was doing that real slow, that's kind of what I was playing in my head. Anyway, he's fully upgraded. I'm excited to see what this does. Keep in mind, you know, down the charge path, I'll showcase that in a second, but let's see if we can charge and do our WoW POW. You can. That's pretty awesome. Let's take a look at our range here. That's pretty cool. They kind of just, I don't know what they'll do, if maybe they'll home in on enemies or be ground level. This is kind of like a fireworks show. But combine that with the Future Cannon, and he is like a spam bot now. It should be pretty fun. I was gonna say I might do the Series 1 first and then save this, but it'd give me another opportunity to drop frames. So I'll just stick to our guns and come in here.
Now that you took out
What I do here is lightning rods, of course. It's because it's divided nicely. There's a decent assortment of enemies. I can try my best to get us numbers on everything and hopefully complete the challenge, unlike with Series 2 Wrecking Ball, who got to the mask and ran out of time because the announcer stopped to spin. That was in the previous part, if you care to relive that. But we're going to go ahead and get in here. I'm excited to see what these do damage-wise. Let's get started with the Future Cannon. I'm just real curious about it. Oh, well, it's 10. Come on, man. It's got to do more than 10. Well, let's do it the old-fashioned way then. 18. Okay, so 18.
A teleport has appeared.
Might be hard to judge this. You know, the way it's like got too much range, really. 18 on that. Let me try the Future Cannon on him. Well, that's a bit disappointing. 27, I saw a 27, that's our high number so far. I was thinking the Future Cannon was going to do like 50 to 80 and it was going to be insane. Let's just spam this away.
Two teleporters have appeared.
Okay, so 18, yeah, I mean, that's like the green pulses do 10 and then the standard does 2, which that was always disappointing, but when you can hold it down, you know, with the Series 1, it kind of made up for it. I'm trying to find somewhere I can, like, see what those secondary rockets are going to do. Okay. Just let me go around you, please. If I could get these guys separated like I want them.
A teleporter has appeared.
I was really excited for this, and it's kind of been disappointing, I feel like. Sucks is these rockets aren't like hitting anything after the fact for me to see what's going on. 27, so the little extra rockets seem to do more damage than the big ones for some reason. I think I can take this one and still make it. I'm going to do the charge now. 16, 24.
A teleporter has appeared.
Okay, let's try this now. Well, I was hoping the rockets would turn. Well, I mean, he's getting the job done. I mean, it's just I'm kind of wanting to like see things I'm not seeing. It's somewhat frustrating. Looks really cool, if nothing else. I mean, I feel like he's going to be one of those characters. He doesn't have the massive numbers like the Disco Ball of Wrecking Ball, etc. But I still feel like that's going to be a pretty solid package overall.
You did it! Now enjoy this reward.
So what, he had like 16 with his charge attack, 18 with the rockets, 18 or 27 on the little Merv rockets that spawn, 10 from the Wow Pow, which, I don't know, I'm hoping I'm like not doing it right or something on that count. 2 then on the Auto Blaster after the Wow Pow. Which that would make perfect sense if it dealt like 50 to 80 and then we had 2 and then 50 to 80 again. I guess that would have made him just like too powerful, but then you question why like Ultimate Spinner can do 115 with the Disco Ball. You know, we do want to do another one. I'm going to see Pull. This is of course Series 2, which he does look awesome, and I think he's going to be really good in story mode and battle mode, just maybe not what I was thinking. This is of course my Series 1. He's down the secondary path, so we'll probably breeze through this one. There it is. First thing first, I'll kill these two guys with our tertiary. It should do 2 damage based on what we saw.
2, 1, go.
Yeah, sadly. But note, you know, since he doesn't have the future cannon, when I hold Z down with this, I mean, he just spams them at a really fast rate. I'll try to showcase that here. And note that he's doing it while I'm facing the other way. It kind of homes in on the enemies, eventually rotating around. The rocket did 14 there. It does look a lot cooler down the other path. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we'll say 2 on the second tertiary, 14 on the primary. I'll doze this guy for you, Shadow Knight. 24, 14, 36. 24.
Teleporters have appeared.
The main thing, I mean, he's really fast. You can kind of get the feel for the look here in a second. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to charge through all this while spamming the Auto Blaster. Kind of get a feel for what you could do. That 2 is insignificant, it's seemingly, but when you factor that into like in addition to your 24 and then it locks on, it's kind of cool. There was a 36 out of it. You get the idea. I'm just really disappointed in the Wow Pow doing 10. Now, if the Wow Pow stayed on like the future cannon does, like this, and you could just go around shooting 10s, that would even be pretty cool in my opinion. Maybe a better setup than it is right now. Note, if I stand here, well, I know I'm going to get hit. If I shoot at an angle, well, that's a bad example. I'm trying to showcase the homing rockets, and There's a 21 out of that one. Yeah, so 14s, 21s, take your pick. 24, 36.
Teleporters have appeared.
You know what my advice would be? Take the one that you prefer better, you know, aesthetically or damage-wise or whatever suits your playstyle. But there was a 3 out of it, the Auto Blaster.
Tribal mask revealed.
With the Wow Pal, I'm thinking that the best setup for Drill Sergeant would be take the Dozer path, you know, the secondary one like this guy's under. Let me get you a good look at that. It kind of starts looking like a freight train. You can see it like extend out, looks really sinister. Again, I kind of equate this charge attack with like Ghost Roaster, Cinder type stuff. But I think if I had to officially recommend something, take a secondary path and then get the Wow Pal and, you know, maybe play around with that. That's what I'm thinking tentatively might be the best thing. So.
Excellent job.
That was seriously fun to watch. Congratulations.
No. I'm gonna reread on that Soul Gem here, and we're gonna make sure that I'm not like missing the sequence of buttons or something. This is still the Series 1, you can tell by the green base there. Watch real close, I'm gonna showcase what he looks like in the charge. Looks really menacing. If you like doubled the length of that, kinda like I was saying with the Ultimate Spinner on Wrecking Ball, it'd be incredible. Note, I'm holding the Z button down, and I mean that thing, you can just spam it infinitely. It never runs out of power. Not that 2 is much to run out of, I suppose, but I'll pull Series 1, go back to Series 2. He does look awesome. I mean, I'm gonna, you know, admit what I need to admit here. He looks really, really good. I'll come up here, and the charge attack with him, he's got the nice blue glow, which I like. And that ties in well here, because the rockets shoot off, and then you kind of get like the little 5 that go with them. Like I'm holding Z now, it's not quite as fast as the Series 1, but you have to realize instead of doing 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 literally to get to 12 or 20, this is like 10 2 10 2 10 2 10 2. It's a little bit slower, but I mean that extra 8 per shot kind of makes up for it. I want to go in though and make sure that's it. Hold Z. Okay. Let me face the camera. Yeah, I mean it. If that did like even a 30, you know, or something, 25, 30, it'd be a totally different story. That said, I feel like even though it's a little disappointing the WoW Pal doesn't have like insane numbers with it, I think it's still going to be effective just because of the rate of fire. Plus you can, I mean, you literally, I mean, we can stand here, shoot the rockets while we're doing that, then you can charge. You get the idea. He's always going to have something going for him. This path definitely looks cooler, I think. Seems like he had a glow down the Dozer charge. It's kind of like a really black, like coal-burning, wicked, haunted locomotive. If I remember, this is like however long ago. But then when you buy the Archean armor, it's kind of replaced with the gold, which I think I was sad about that at the time. The drills look great. I like that blue streak with them. The 5 little Merv rockets are cool. Not quite what I expected based on what we saw with Zook. I honestly think, I mean, if I knew this and just had the one character or whatever, I think what I would do is take the secondary path, upgrade his charge attack to get the 24 to 36, and speed. That's a big part to me, is the speed in this game. And then toss in the WoW Pal, because I mean honestly the rockets look really cool, and I mean sometimes 14, 18, 27 on some of the little 5 blasts, but I guess it was like 18 and 27, but I mean, when your other path, dozer charge, you're still getting 14s with the rockets. You know, it kind of makes sense to me to go ahead and get that 24-36 with speed, toss in the Wow Pal. I think that's what I'd do. That said, I don't think either path is really... It's kind of cool how the faster I move him, the quicker the drills go too. That's probably easier to appreciate with kind of the blades on there, but I don't know that one path stands out way above the others. Not like a definitive deal. It kind of comes down to your play style and how you approach the game, enemies, story mode, battles, etc. But for me personally, what I would recommend to someone, take the secondary path, couple it with the future cannon. I think that's his best setup. So I will leave it at that though. This was Drill Sergeant Series 2, also tossed in our Series 1 for comparison's sake. Part 159, so in 160, trying to decide if I'll do 2 parts for DrillBot or just put them all into one video. You know, I may do the one video and then take them down both through the challenges. I don't know. Guess I'll figure it out on the fly depending on the time. Then of course we got Series 2 Trigger Happy after that, so I may go ahead and record those 2 or 3 videos and then get some money for the rest of the Undead and Water element and call it a night. It's 240 right now. I'll make a couple more videos live too. I guess it'll be Bash and Prism Break maybe. I'll check and see what I did on Lightcore Prism Break, and then I might do the same thing with Bash. It's been a while since I recorded that, but like I always say, questions, comments you can ask here on YouTube. However, quicker response, take that link at the top of the video description to the blog, post up there. Usually I can hit the comments every night. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Make sure to subscribe, that way you stay up with all the latest. Coming up real quick now on Swap Force, hope you're looking forward to it. Drill Sergeant, I've always felt like he's kind of been underappreciated. Not saying he should have like legions of fans, but I just feel like he's kind of overlooked a lot. Really good character down either path. Again, nothing flashy. I mean, by no means you don't have the 77s, 115s, no 80s, you know, like you see with some of the characters, Wow Pals, but despite that, even though the future cannon does 10, which is, I mean, it really is disappointing, I won't lie to you. I feel like when you couple that with everything else he can do, he is more than an efficient character. But I'll play around with him, kind of see how he goes, but I'll leave it at that. This is part 159. Hopefully you come back, check out DrillBot and Lightcore DrillBot coming up here. But like I said, got any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to help you out, and we will catch you back here next time.